So he convinced my husband to do a working lunch today so that he could have more time to help us get these coop walls up and at the coop. So the weather is perfect right now, and we're in that point where it gets too dark in the evening for us to work very long and it gets cold.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done.
Really good in mine.
You
All
look
gray.
great. Should I, what do you want me to do? It's so heavy. So as I mentioned before, my husband is doing this build part section with me and during his work lunch. So I will generally make him an early lunch and he'll eat while he's working so that he can have his lunch hour to be able to work with me and the kids on the coop. Mostly because now it's so dark and cold, earlier in the evening, and the afternoons sometimes aren't always that warm either. And so if we can get little pieces of this done during his lunch, that works really well. And this whole week has been a really good week for getting that done during the lunch hour. We haven't had a snow in a week, and so the ground is dry in most places. So this idea came to me, and I'm like, why don't we just do this? Because my husband still has a full-time job. So we have to get in the projects, the gardening, all the projects done in the hours around his work schedule whenever I have to work with him. There's a lot of things that I can do myself, but this is not one of those. I'd say most of this building project has been a two-person job with lifting and thinking things through. Or do you want to line it up so that all you have to do is just like hold it? I think in the homesteading world, at least from what I can see, is that a lot of times the husband and the wife, the couple, have both removed themselves from their 9 to 5 jobs and they've found a way to sustain themselves through their work of homesteading or other businesses that they've created. And we're just more of the normal family. Husband works, the wife. I obviously love sharing our journeys through YouTube with you all, and we raise our children together in this journey as homesteaders. And I'm definitely drawn more to homesteading for the reasons of it helps our family to connect with each other as we connect with nature and with the beauties that God has given us, and with our food, knowing where our food comes from, knowing the work that is involved with creating food. I just feel like that is so important for our kids to know, and just the whole creation process in general is great. I feel like this gets us outside so much more. It gets our kids on a lot more hands-on projects, and that's the beauty of it for me. I do love the idea of creating a more sustainable living lifestyle in a way where we feel a little more comfortable when certain things happen, like say COVID or other things like that. But we aren't like just super diehard in the areas of being 100% self-sustainable. That's not our goal. Our goal is to create moments as a family to connect with nature, with God, with food in all the ways that we can. I am so happy right now. So yeah, right there is where we'll collect the eggs from the chickens someday. Got 2 sides down, 2 to go. Should we go get the other ones?
Yeah.
So this is probably the most intricate or hardcore building project that me or my husband had ever done in our entire lives. I have the personality where I feel like I can try or do anything that I set my mind to. Whether it works out or not isn't always 100%, but I just want to try it. And so my husband definitely has more of the patience and the fine tuning skills of taking a step back and thinking things through. And so we make a really good team in that way. The
windows line up really well. That will help with creating good airflow. But come over here and see if you'd be able to collect eggs from where the egg thing is going to be.
I totally can. I can.
Yay!
Eat.
Well, you're going to come on the outside to get the eggs. Come on the outside. Can you, will you be able to reach that?
I can.
Perfect. I think that'll be great.
I'm gonna climb
I think that'll be
the
really
door.
good. It's going to be so amazing. All right, we have 3 walls down. We have our last wall to do, and then the walls will be framed. And it looks so good. I'm so happy. Okay, last wall, you guys. Let's go get it. Come on. It'll be nice to have that whole space back. This wall's the lightest wall.
But I don't have a window to,
Oh,
I don't have a horizontal,
that's true. Do you need help then?
maybe, where I can go. This.
There you go. Good job.
Look where you're going. Oh.
Don't drop it. He needed your help, Rowan. Grab that front corner.
My thumbs are getting a little. I don't want slivers to get at me.
Whenever we do projects outside, if it's good weather, we like to get the rabbits out. Sometimes they get a little jumpy if they don't get enough attention on a regular basis. And our river friend is very interested. And just like that, we have our 4 walls of our walk-in chicken coop up.
All right, gotta get back to work.
Thank you so much. Look what we did in your lunch hour. Looks amazing. What do you think, Rowan?
Good.
Good. Thank you again. Love you.
Love you too. All right, so we've had a fun Saturday. It's kind of late afternoon and we've been working on the coop a lot this week, so we were glad to be able to take the kids out this morning to do some fun things with them on a Saturday instead of spend the whole day on projects. But now it's time to get started on the projects. And Danielle's inside manning the fort there, or womaning the fort, whatever you want to call it, holding down the fort. All those fort references, she's doing it, and I'm gonna be out here trying to start on the rafters for the coop. It's really nice when the boards that you buy are already the right length. These are 10-foot 2x4s and I don't have to cut them. I will have to cut notches in there to make them fit nicely as rafters, but they're already the right length, so that's good.
This Saturday, we had several events planned for the whole morning, and usually our Saturdays aren't super busy. We try to keep them available for spending time together as a
Jeez.
family. But we had a couple events, and then there was a Christmas event at a local farm near us where they do horse rides, candle making, wreath making, roasting marshmallows by the fire, and just all the fun farm things, donut making, little shops. And so we spent several hours there exploring and playing before heading back. It started to get pretty cold. So we headed back. I warmed the kids up at home while Nate took charge on these rafters.
Not perfect, but it'll do the job.
How's the new tool?
Works great.
I've been wanting one of these for a while. Ooh. We figured we would need one of those. What is it called? A skill saw for when we need to cut out the window sections after putting on the framing or the siding. So I think having that tool will make that process run a lot smoother. So you made notches. Wow, those notches are perfect. That looks so good. That looks really good. Ah, you're amazing.
Nate did a really good job with the rafters. This was a part of the project that I actually felt a little intimidated by. Usually I'm like, we can do this, we've got this, we can figure it out. But we actually, when we were at the Christmas event at the local farm, there were several outbuildings, sheds, and things. I was being super nosy and looking at how the sheds were being built and the rafters the way they were, and I was talking about it with Nate, and I think that gave us a little bit more confidence, and he really just took charge. And once he got those up and we could really see the shape of this building take form, things really started to get real for me, and I was so excited. And it turned into a little jungle gym for our kids, and I just thought about this as the sun was setting and the kids were climbing, and just my heart was full of joy. We will have this beautiful memory as a family together of outside in the cold building this coop, the kids constantly talking about what chicks or chickens that they want to raise in our chicken coop. And my oldest daughter has been reading a book all about chickens, and so she knows exactly what breed she wants, and it's just so fun to just dive deep into that whole research with her as well. It really became one of those sweet core memories that I feel like I will remember for a really, really long time, and I hope that my kids will too.
All right, I'm heading in. I got the rafters up. That's about all I was able to do tonight. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Homestead Projects After Dark. Tune in for the next one. We'll see ya.